Hello, knockouts. Tonya TKO here. It is the month of October, and I am already getting my masquerade ready. Yes, for those of you who don't celebrate, that's fine. That's fine. I like to get dressed up the month of October. Nonetheless, today we're talking about this post that I put up last night. Some of you, well, a lot of you, more than 1,000 of you commented on this post because it's a very popular post. This woman put up a post talking, she's advertising herself. Basically, she's offering a relationship with herself for roughly about $2,500 a month. I said that it's about 2,000, but you all can add it up and tell me what the exact number is, because when I saw this, I thought it looked like a good deal, right? So let's see what it is that she's offering, right? So welcome. As you know, I am your host, Tonya TKO. I am a self-love specialist from TonyaTKO.com. I help you learn how to love yourselves and one another. On this channel, we use viral topics to create teachable moments, and I feel that for Black women, this is a tremendous teachable moment. I got the whiteboard ready to come out so that we can do a rundown, because some of you are selling yourself short and you're doing it for what? I'm sorry. Too much dust in the air. I can already feel it. I can already feel the dust, right? Listen. I decided to put on makeup today because it's been so long since I put on makeup, and I know you all miss my made up face. So here we go. Take a picture. Cheese. All right, now let's get into the topic. This woman here, let's read what it is that she has that she needs paid for. She says, my nails/feet are $90. Somebody grab a calculator and add all of this up for me. Okay? My nails/feet are $90. Eyebrows are $12. Listen, $12? Oh my God. Rent, $1,674. Utilities, $180. Other needs, insurance, phone, food, transportation, averages at $590. If you're in a relationship with me, you're paying for all of it in capitals, right? Period. Me and my bills are a package deal. F out of here. Pay up or leave me the F alone. Okay? And you know what? I said, when I read this, I said, because a man posted this and he was like, oh, you wonder why we're going overseas, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, this seems like a good deal to me when I first saw this, because it was a dude who posted this on FB. And I said, this sounds like a good deal. And I was like, if she's a nice person, I'm sure she can get that and then some. Because I'm like, she's so pretty. Look at her face. What is this? This is not the right thing on the screen. Hold on. I got the wrong thing up on the screen. There we go. Look at her face. I personally think she is very pretty. $2,546 a month. You see what I'm saying, right? So let me just, because when I saw this, I said, I was like, I need to be trying to get a wife. Let's pull the board out. Oh, you know what? Before we pull the board, my board is falling. Oh, my gracious. Okay. Give me 1 second, y'all. My board is falling. Okay. My goodness. All right. Listen. All right. This is what I wanted to show you all, because 1,000 people commented on this. Oh, this is what I wrote. I said, is this how cheap it is to get a woman nowadays? Shoot. If she's cooking, cleaning, organizing, and supporting, I might just have to hire her to be my platonic wife. This is what men are complaining about. This $2,000 a month, plus add in regular intimacy, childbearing, and caring, plus mental health support. This sounds like a good deal. If this sounds like a good deal to you, put up a number 1. If this sounds like a bad deal to you, put up a 0. Put up a 0 if this sounds like a bad deal. So I want you all to see, because I thought that men were going to be the ones who had a problem with this. But guess who has a problem with this? Let me show you one comment in particular that I feel that you all need to see. Where is she? Oh, look at Bessie. Paying for her to be in a relationship with you equal prostitution. I said not getting paid for spending time and youth is silly to me. It is. But here she go. This is the person I want you all to see. All right. So to most people, this sounds like a good deal. Let me tell you. I don't see any zeros. Where's the zeros at? Obviously, somebody out there thinks this is a bad deal. But nonetheless, this woman says she should remain single. Crying, laughing emoji. I don't expect any man to pay for my shit. These new age females should humble themselves. If a man wants to offer to do something for me, be my guest. If not, I don't care. Cause Bree will always support Bree. So I said to her, this is her list. Go make your own. If you require less, that's for you. Hands up shrugging emoji, right? And then we got into a huge back and forth. I left the conversation last night because me commenting was making other people comment, and I wanted to revisit this. I was thinking about talking about it last night, but when I woke up this morning, I said, yeah, definitely talking about it. And I didn't want her to delete the comment from getting too many. I wanted it to still be there so that you all can see it, right? So she says, I don't need to make my own. Like I said, I could pay for my own shit. And I said, right. So you have no financial list. Congratulations. You're cheaper than she is. And then something dawned on me. So there's a lot of other comments. Bree, you should remain single until you find value in yourself. You could go ahead and read them. Bree says, I don't need to depend on no man to support me financially. LOL, nice try though. My bills are paid, my rent is paid, and I can afford what I want to afford. So it doesn't matter. I'm a single woman. I don't require a lot, so who cares? Listen, what the F are we arguing for? You're arguing for how cheap you are, for how you require much less. Congratulations, you win the cookie. You win the circle jerk cookie. For those of you who know that reference, you know. I'm not going to explain it. It's grotesque, right? And so someone writes, these women are always trying to shame other women because they know their worth. And I came back and wrote, these were some of the last comments that I wrote to her. Yes, you're simple and much cheaper than she is. You pay your own bills and she's more expensive than you and is looking for the man she chooses to pay this. And question mark, right? And I said, please look again. She isn't depending on a man. She pays this herself and she has set a requirement, right? Listen. She set a requirement, right? Then she starts answering the other woman and says, I have plenty of value in myself. It's not to use men for what they can give me, so who cares? Who cares? Right? I don't want to pull up her picture. She's a nice looking woman, but let me put my do not disturb on. Give me just a moment, y'all. Because you all think you know me, but you don't know me. Let's continue forward. Let's continue forward. Let's go forward. I'm sorry, I was just throwing a little kilter. Excuse me. Let's go on. I said, sadly, the woman's list is low. This is only part of her worth. She can get much more. And I'm talking about the young woman. And then she comes back, definitely know my worth. And then there's a whole bunch of comments on here. I didn't come back and comment, but she's warring. She's warring, right? So let me talk to you all real quick. Leave me alone, y'all. Leave me alone. 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 Let me get my thing up on the screen. Where's my apples? Okay, here. Listen. All right. Okay. I'm not going to be on long, so if you want to send a Cash App, you can go ahead and send it now. And I'll read it as soon as I can. There is a QR code on the screen that you can just click and send it right through there. I want to show you all something real quick with this board, right? Okay. All right. All right. So let's talk about this real quick. Okay. So if this woman is in a relationship, right? Because I said, and you know what? I'm actually really seriously considering this. If somebody knows who this young lady is, tell her to contact me. Because if I can show her the type of vegetarian meals, and, you know, I've started eating salmon imported from Alaska, and I'm actually thinking about going on a fishing trip to Alaska to fly the salmon back myself. But nonetheless, right? If she will cook, right? 3 meals a day, if I could wake up and the food is already ready, the breakfast how I like it, already cooked, right? If she's going to clean up around the house, so she's going to cook, let's say 3 meals a day, right? She's going to clean and, let's see, do the laundry, do the laundry. What else? Provide support, emotional support for me. If she can come into my studio and say, Tonya, you can do it. You're the greatest. Nobody on this earth is like you, Tonya. Go, girl. You go, girl. If she could get up and say that to me every day, if she could speak affirmations, the same ones that are into my book, she could just say to me, you are a seed with all the genetic coding of a mighty tree. Say that to me every day. Go through, I say about 3 affirmations a day. Maybe even as I'm getting ready to go to sleep, she can say the affirmations to me as I'm getting ready to go to sleep, right? I'll have then she could go back to her place, right? Because remember, we're paying for her rent, right? So emotional support. Then what about the house, the furniture? She could be the interior designer. If she can provide the throw pillows, go out to the store and find nice couches to buy. I'd like a big plush red lips couch with some high heel shoe chairs for people to sit in. I'd like fluffy white things everywhere, right? Okay. Then all of that, right? Then here's the kicker. If I get her to move in with me, if she can live with me, right? That $1,600 for rent goes away. So now we're talking about, I need somebody in the number that you calculated. Can you subtract the money that she was charging for her rent, right? I could provide an entire suite for her to live in. She could live in her own wing off the side of my house, right? And then the 1,600 and whatever dollars, somebody subtract that and tell me how much it is, right? Not only that, because listen, I don't want my body to get bang up, right, with going to have a baby, not at this age, right? I mean, I could, but this, it's kind of, I don't know how Janet and them did it, but if I could put my eggs in her body and let her carry them as she's in my house, and I'll give her all the organic food that she wants. I'll even get her a personal trainer, give her all the fresh water she wants to drink, all the fresh food. If she could hold my eggs and have my baby, right? And then go through all of the stuff that her body needs to go through, plus risk her life to go into the delivery room to have my child, right? Listen, how much is this worth? How much? I want to know. Let me get my red pen out, right? Here. I'll pay her tuition. Why not? But then think about this. Think about this, right? How much is it worth to get somebody to cook 3 meals a day for me? How much is a personal chef to come in and cook food just like how I like it, right? We'll have to find out, but I heard that the number is $90,000 a year. That's what I heard that is, right? To do the cleaning, right? Day in and day out, where I could just throw my stuff on the floor. I mean, I wouldn't want to do that. I'd be considerate of her. But where she do the cleaning and the laundry, I heard that this is $46,000 a year, right? I heard that's $46,000. I need somebody else with a calculator to add this up, right? Emotional support. A life coach is $150, $200 per session. And that's only meeting once a week. So let's add up life coaching. Let's even drop it down to $100 per session, right? Let's make it in the middle. 100. Should we do? Let's just do it at 100 because she's not a professional life coach, but she will be providing some support and some affirmations for me, right? I need you to multiply $100 a day times 365 days a year. Tell me what that number is. 100 times 365, is that 36,000? No. That can't be. 365, add on the 2 zeros for the 100. That's $36,000 right there just for the life coaching support. And then to have a baby, for her to be the surrogate is $28,000 right there. $28,000. I need you to add up 90,000, 46,000, 36.5 thousand, and then 30,000 for the baby, right? I mean, listen, that's because you're a trained life coach, but she's not going to be trained. She's just going to be telling us affirmations, right? She's going to tell us affirmations and give us some support. So we're talking about, add this up, right? Plus, once the children come, if she's going to be the au pair and the nanny, how much is that? An au pair and a nanny is about $100,000 a year, depending on the type of nanny or au pair that she is. So let's put it in right in the middle, right? Let's say $60,000 for the au pair, right? So here we go. So 60K, right? Not only that, how much is the au pair? I need somebody come give me this number, right? Somebody give me the number of the au pair. I have it at 60K, right? Because I have friends who have an au pair and they're like, the au pair costs, but it's not too much. It's not too much, right? So, right, here we go. What else? Somebody was talking about some other things that the woman is providing. I want you all, now is the opportunity for you to give me any other things that the woman is providing in the relationship, right? And then I'm going to add that up in here. So take your time and write those out right now. But I'm going to say this. I want you to take a look at this woman, right? Take a look at her. She is non-American au pairs, 25,000. Okay. So I'm going to leave it at, 25,000. See, but then I don't think you can get a live-in au pair to work day in and day out for 25K. I think those are the ones that live separate and then they come and just take care during the day. But I'm talking about, somebody said SEX. I forgot all about that because I'm not even interested in that. How much does it cost for a person who is going to learn how you like to have intercourse with you and continue? Let me check oh, shoot. Oh my gosh, it's time for me to get off for the coaching right now. How did the 20 minutes go by so quick? So listen, let's continue forward. The SEX, how much is a SEX worker? $250 per session, $300 per session, right? Let's multiply that by 3 times a week, right? So 300 times 3 times a week. So we're talking about $900 a week. There's 52 weeks in the year. Somebody add up 900. I can do it right here. 900 times 52. There's 52 or 54 weeks in a year. I'll just put 52. So 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 9 is 18. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 9 is 45, right? So we have 0, 0. 8 comes down. 5 and 1 is 6. And so we have $46,000. That cannot be. 900 times 50. So that's what I got. If it's a different number, you all tell me, right? 46,000. So let's put that up at 47,000 for the intercourse, right? And then on top of all of that, right? After she has my child, after her body goes through all of that, I don't have to say, I could just use her to just have my child. And then I'm like, okay, I'm good. You go pay your bills now. I'm done with you, right? I don't have to do all of this. So she could take her body, go through all of that stuff, and then I could just put her out. I don't have to do all of this after that. She could be gone. I'll just take my baby and I'm like, thank you. See you later. Thanks for your hard labor. Thanks for risking your life in the delivery room. We don't have no ongoing contract for life. Bye. Right? I want you ladies to please think about what it is that you're doing. Think about, somebody add all of this up for me. 46,000, 36,000, 47,000, 60,000, 30,000, 90,000, right? Add all of that up. And that is on the low end, bare minimum, because you know some sex workers charge $3,000 a pop. Personal assistant, personal shopper, the list goes on from there. Go throw some of those up because I have to get off of this call because I'm late for the coaching right now. So coaching students, I'm on my way. I'm coming. I'm jumping out of it. So that's $307,000, right? I want you to take a look at her. She's young. She's light complected, which means she has perhaps her nose is thin, so she might have the DNA of the oppressor. These men are constantly going on these podcasts talking about how they want women in their 20s. That woman who's talking about paying all of her bills, right? I'm not going to put her picture up because, I mean, you all can look at it on Facebook. I don't have to put her in the video, but I'm going to tell you she's a considerable amount older than this girl. She's also dark-skinned. Look, if these men want her womb, want her egg, want her to produce their children, they want the woman who is young. What is she going? How could I get somebody to do all of this for me for free and then on top of that say, well, I'm going to pay my own way. I'm going to pay my own bills. I'm going to pay 50-50 with you. Why? Why? You're spending your youth? You're giving all of this value? And these people are complaining. Now Tyler Perry is talking about you need to do all of this. Plus he could come in and pay for the damn light bill. You must say joke. What are you talking about? So a man can get a woman to do all of this for him. In exchange for what? Because she likes him? Because she loves him? If I wanted this woman to come in and do this for me and tell her, yeah, you got to pay your own way just because we're good friends. You like me, right? I'm a cool person, right? Ladies, we have got to be smarter about what it is that we're doing. Women like this are coming out on the internet, besmirching other black women at the behest of black men, hoping for their accolades. Hoping that somebody be like, good girl, see, you a good girl. But yet she's single. And I bet you this girl is not. I bet you she found somebody to take her up on that offer. Because hell, I'm willing to take her up on that offer. This sounds like a good damn deal to me. It really does. Plus, she'll do all of the stuff to make the home a happy one, make it warm, cook the Thanksgiving meals, invite people over, do all of the party planning, vacation planning. All of this, all I got to do is work for the money. Ladies, you are selling yourself short. Please Share this video so that other women can see this and understand, especially if you are a young lady in your 20s and you know that you are primed, that these men want you because you're young and they think that you're the most beautiful because of your age and all this other stuff. Please do not settle. Do not sell yourself short. Take the emotion and the irrationality. They are constantly talking about how we're irrational, right? Think about this logically. Why would you do all of that in exchange for what? And then no contract so that after she has my baby, I could kick her out. And then these men are separating from these women, leaving these women with children that the women are now raising on their own. She wouldn't take my baby because I'll give her my egg, but the baby is going to stay with me after she's gone through all of that. So what is she left with once I put her out? She has nothing but a few years worth of bills paid. Now her value has decreased because let's say I keep her for 4 years. Now her value is decreased because now she's 30 or 30 something on the dating market. Now she's going out there looking for another deal. Her fertility has decreased a little bit and her youth has decreased a little bit. So why would she do all of this in exchange for, because I like you? Girls, you better wisen the F up. I'm your host, Tonya TKO. I want you to tell me, what are the self-love lessons that you learned from this? I didn't have enough time to check the apples and do all of that. This is not a regular show. This was just a quick one to come out and give you all something to think about. Let me tell you, you know what toppled USSR? For those of you who are old enough to remember the Soviet Union, you know what toppled the Soviet Union? Tell me, do you all know what toppled it? I don't have enough time to you type it in the comments. What do you think toppled the Soviet Union? It was the advent of the TV. Because former USSR, which is now Russia, right? They were able to keep out the magazines, able to keep out the books, able to keep out the newspaper. But when that television signal started broadcasting to towers, they couldn't stop the TV signal from coming into the USSR. And when people started seeing grocery stores with food on their shelves, when people started seeing that people were going to the doctor without having to wait, when people saw that people were eating plenty and eating fresh fruit and eating all of this stuff and not just taking rations, the USSR could not sustain itself. The internet is the reckoning. The internet, right here, right now, the internet. We are spreading messages far and wide. I want you to share this video and I want you to comment. What is your self-love lesson from this video? My self-love lesson is, I realized that I wasted a lot of my youth not demanding my worth. And my self-love lesson is that from this day forward, I am dedicating myself to educating other people about their self-worth, their self-love, and their self-value. Type SLL. Come on. I'm getting out of this broadcast because I'm 9 minutes late for the coaching. I apologize, coaching students. I'm on my way. Let us go ahead and get these self-love lessons up. Come on. Give me these self-love lessons. Type SLL. Type them real quick. No delay. No delay. I will continue to apply basic math to my happiness. If it doesn't make sense, oh darn, it went too quick. It went too quick. All right. Listen, ladies, wisen up. They're always talking about how irrational you are. Be more rational. Why would you do all of that? Risk your life to have their children. For what? In exchange for what? You don't even have a marriage certificate. He could put you out at any time and you got nothing. But you've given away over $300,000 worth of labor each and every year. And they're working for pennies on the dollar and then turning around to you and telling you that you're leeching off of them. You musty mud. Musty mud. SLL. Instead of never sell myself short, switch that around and make it a positive statement. Take away the words never, don't, and no. All right. I am worth more. Put myself first, ladies, and take care of myself. Put it from my point of view because this is your self-love lesson, what you have learned from the self. women are priceless. We definitely ain't giving settlement amounts. So these women are fighting for 50-50. Lady, let me tell you something. Listen. You know my mother died when I was 19. This is the last thing I'm going to talk about. And you know that my father did the heavy lifting to raise us after that. I realized from being raised the second half of my life by my father, I realized that there are so many things that men just don't consider because men don't see the need in the home like women see. Hand towels, bath mats, good dish sponges, the level of cleanliness that women, listen, furniture, interior design, listen to me. Comforters, pillows, pillowcases. Women make houses homes. You want to see how men would be living without women in it? I mean, listen. Thanksgiving dinners, silverware, cutlery, fine china, wine glasses, champagne glasses. You ever went to a man's house who wasn't trying to get some pum-pum from women who had champagne glasses, wine glasses even? They would drink their wine out of a damn mug. They would drink it straight out the damn bottle. Who am I fooling? They might even put it in a shoe and drink it from that if they could. Men just don't care in the same ways that women care. Women make life worth living. Ladies, don't sell yourself short. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And part of loving yourself is knowing your worth. Part of knowing yourself is knowing your value and not selling yourself short. Because if I can pay all of my bills on my own, why do I need a man coming in there paying a light bill and then beating his chest and rubbing his balls all around the place, taking up space? In exchange for the light bill, right? What is he contributing to the house? Make sure that you are on my other page, Tonya TKO Clips, because I'm going to be uploading the TikToks and stuff on that page. I'm not uploading them on this page anymore. Listen. Oh my goodness, my coachees are waiting for me. I gotta see you all later. I gotta go. I'll see you all in the next video. Tonya TKO and I'm out. Peace.